So what we are doing today is what Christ did, sir. He did exactly this. The words we are uttering, he uttered them. Why killing people? Why disturbing people? Why seizing their property? And again, the struggle of Christ against the money changes in the temple. It's the same that what we are doing now. So this oppression has always been together with us. It is interesting, another example, when Imam Hussein was coming, some Christians were coming to him because of the hardship and suffering at that time. They were asking him, are you the Christ coming back? He said, I'm not the Christ coming back. So anybody who identifies with the people who war against corruption is the enemy of the state, is the enemy of progress, is the enemy of development. The issue is not religion. Nobody cares about religion. The United Nations doesn't care about religion. The United States doesn't care about religion. European Union or anybody you can think of in power has no religion on his program. I think bread and egg in the morning is more important than religion. That is the issue. What do we get? You can sell anybody. In this country, I can't find the difference between Shia and Izala when it comes to religion. They have the same mode of worship, the same Quran, the same type of prayers. And when an Izala pastor wants to pray, he must pray for the Prophet and his family before anybody else. That is the standard prayer for anybody in religion, in Islamic religion, the same everything. The difference is between oppression and the resistance against oppression. Against who love the world and those who love justice. The Prophet ﷺ has made this clear in the first hadith, importantly, significantly reported by Khalifa Sayyidina Umar. He said, this struggle, when you have a struggle like this, there are three classes of people who do it. There are those who do it for God and his messenger. Those stick to the truth. There are those who are in this religion because of dunya. And there are those who are in this religion because of pleasure, imra. Therefore, when you see a group of people calling themselves Muslims, stand and look at them carefully in their action. Where do they belong? Are they in that religion because of Allah or Rasul? Or are they in that religion because of dunya, what they can get and put in their pockets? Or are they just there because of pleasure? So you have to make this identification. After the demise, the death of the Prophet, the Muslim society divided into three. There are those who are for God and his messenger, and they are help still their representatives. Here you are. This here you are. These are the representatives. These are who do their hijrah for Allah and his messenger. And hijrah is not only a question of moving from one place to another. It's a question of moving your heart from one position to another position. And that is hijrah. It has many variety of meanings. Now, so religion is ruled out of this conflict. Nothing. They believe in different things. But because the religion is between just and just, they will not do it. That is exactly. They blow point. A Jew and a Muslim believing in one thing, and that what they believe in is not it. What they believe in is the dunya. Dunya with all its injustices. Some of them believe in just holding themselves other because of what they want to give them. Some are there because they want pleasure. The Saudis are there because simply they want pleasure of the world. Not because They want power as such, because they cannot have power as such. A country that cannot defend itself cannot look for power. They are just there for pleasure. And I'm sure if you go around the world, we can see they are in pleasure. The Israelis are there because of power. They want to exercise power, impose it on everybody. The Americans are there and say it clearly. We're in this alliance because of money. We can sell and sell and sell and get money. And this is not hidden from anybody who has eyes to see what is happening. So the Palestinians represent a trend in world history, not in religious history, a trend in world history. And those who oppose them represent a trend as well. So we have no two trends. Any government in the country is in the first trend of those who want power for the sake of power. Power because of what power can give them, pleasure. It is the same thing which happened during the jihad of Shegun. Many members of the jihad later on went back because they didn't come in because of religion. They came in because of power, what would give them position, money. And my brothers and sisters have to be very careful. Very careful, as Abdullah of God said. I am very, very worried because these people who betrayed the revolution, I may be among them. So let me run away from them. So leaders of religion, in this moment, you have to be very careful. Check yourself. Nobody is above the railing. Nobody, unless you fight yourself. You fight very carefully so that you can maintain the unity, so that the objectives can be attained. Now, the Quds, in the first place, is not the importance of Quds, not the mosque, not the shrines of the earlier prophets, not the history of the place. The most important about the Quds is its location. The location of Quds. Quds is placed during the Roman times in the fertile crescent. They call it fertile crescent because Syria and Lebanon at that time, these countries were feeding Europe. They fed Europe with grains. I can still read and see it in my mind. When Islam came and seized away Syria, the emperor of the Roman Empire, the Byzantine Empire, said, "Oh, glorious Syria, you have gone. Now we are going to be hungry." That is many, many thousands of years before oil was discovered. So that is symbolic. Anybody who controls Quds is sure to control strategically all the areas around Quds. As far as Iran, now we can go at the borders of Soviet Union, Eastern Europe, up to Yemen, and beyond Yemen, South Africa, and up to Iran, beyond Iran, sub-Indian continent. It is still the center of the world economically. That's why anybody who wants to oppose domination, world domination, he must not do it in Quds, because that is central, the nerve center of imperialism and world dominance. Quds is very important because of its location, not because of its religion. When the lion-hearted king of England, Richard the Lion, wanted to conquer Palestine, the religion was an excuse. He came because of the words there. When the Spaniards were getting crusader from the Pope, the money to levy on people to conquer Quds, was not because of religion. It was because of the wars of the area. So anybody who is in Quds and is opposed to imperialism, to colonialism, to world power must be eliminated. Because that is the heart of the world. He must be eliminated. Later on, when Saladin Salahuddin Ayyubi came and he conquered them and drove them out of Palestine, they said we will come back. And they did come back. Now, with Iran, they know they are going away. They know it. If you read reports or hear speeches and read between the lines, they know with the rise of Iran, Israel cannot continue to exist in the Middle East. This is certain. And therefore, what they are planning now is to eliminate all elements that try to understand what Israel is doing. This is what comes about Shia. Shia elements, especially in Nigeria. I have heard from many reports that the Shia in Nigeria is the most responsible group of Shia in the world. I'm a very good friend of the oppressors of the Shia. So that is, you have to make a difference. Shiism and Shia in Nigeria were doing Shia because of its value, not because of press. That's why, interestingly, a Shia can pray in any mosque. This is very significant. Can pray in any mosque because the prayer is the same. It's the attitude which is different. Shia should be in them, and its influences in form of Shiism should be eliminated. Why? You have to trace the history from the 19th century through 20th century. The world planned, European planned, and they went into war. The First World War and the Second World War. During these two wars, they reordered the world. They destroyed everything. They destroyed everything, every power for world domination. What they are not able to destroy is the essential Islam. They couldn't destroy it. Of course, with the secularism in Europe installed over a century, Christianity seemed to have abdicated to secularism. Islam refused to. So apart from training people, you can see many Muslims who hate Shia. Mostly Mboko. People who went to Western universities. Because of the type of training we get in Western universities. And I don't think the chairman said, I am part of that. Because I got my PhD in one of the best universities in Europe at the age of 26. When my mind could be captured quickly and changed. Allah carried it. So that's one. To see your power, mental power. Remove your mental power. Take it over. Tell the mental power so that everything about you, you look down upon it. You look down upon history. You look down upon ulama before. You look down upon anybody who is not associated with the contemporary civilization. That is one thing. So, what do they do with Islam? Islam is there. Islam is there. Could not remove. Muslims are there. You can impose the government in Egypt, but it's not the government of the people. It is not the government of the people. You can elect a Nigerian president with Muslim God, but it's not a Muslim government. You can do anything, but it's not a Muslim government. All the leaders we have in Egypt, in Nigeria, they listen to the West. They do the biddings of the West because of the training they got. So the second plan, after getting the brains of the Muslims, then they decided to break down the religion. These are the three major powers. The Arabs are major power in Islam because of the language. Not because of anything, but the language. Arabic is the language of Islam. The Iran. Why? Because of the history and the power of Iran and its existence. Secondly, Turkey, because of its caliphate. So these three powers, there was a plan there. And all these plans included the Jewish and the Christian fundamentalists who could not even understand what Jewish religion is. Because Christ said he did not come to destroy the law, but then he did not come to endorse oppression. So the plan, create a new religion out of Islam. A new religion in Turkey, Islam. During the second past war, first and second world wars were completely, all the countries were completely destabilized, the religion is destabilized. So that international imperialism and taking the world dominance of world power will continue. They have nothing to do, they don't think about anything like religion. Now the new plan now is turn Britain into a Muslim state. Britain is now gradually becoming a Muslim state. Because with the failure of Wahhabiyya, certainly, Babylon was given a place in Israel, where there are mosques in America, and Turkey is returning back to Islam because the people never forgot Islam. Incidentally, I studied in Turkey in 1974. I was in Turkey, and I met many ulama. So, bring something new. Take over Islam altogether. Bring it to Europe. Yesterday I was reading the Prime Minister of England and the Prince Charles said Islam, Quran should be read over radios, and that Trinity should be removed from Christianity, so that Muslims would be pleased. So Islam, the Europeans would look like they are following Islam, but the following of Islam is not exactly, because in the plan the King of Saudi Arabia is there. So there must be another plan, because eventually the Quds will fall. Quds will fall to Iran. Why? Because all the indices show that Quds cannot survive. In terms of military power, they cannot survive, because the example of Hezbollah has shown they could not survive. And they cannot survive because the introduction of ISIL into the center of Islam and the failure of ISIL shows that militarily Israel cannot continue to exist. And another issue which is very important, the panic in Saudi Arabia shows that Saudi Arabia cannot continue to exist. And another reason, they said Quran came later than Bible, and they have discovered that Bible was collected by human beings and written by human beings, and the Quran was revealed to God, to the prophet. So the effort now is to turn Europe into Islamic camp so that oppression can be done officially as an Islamic oppression, not as a Western oppression. So Quds is symbolic. The Quds is symbolic. It has nothing to do with Quds as a religion, or Quds as Palestinians, or Quds as a representative of America, or Quds as representative of Christianity. Quds is the symbol of fight against corruption. Incidentally, all the prophets, the major ones, came out of this area. And these prophets came to prepare us against what is happening today. Adam came, and the central message of Adam is that man is vulnerable. It is against arrogance. Noah against nepotism, racism, the key ideologies in the West. Abraham, the father of faith, against pleasure and improper love. Jesus came, Moses came to establish the law so that there would be justice, equality between all races and all people. Jesus came as a mercy, and the Prophet Muhammad was the father of rationality. Rationality is the highest intellectual achievement of human beings. We have Christians here. They have a home. We have to recognize that they are Christians. You have to recognize that Jesus came, and he came with a message. And we have to be sure that this message is not a sabotage. Therefore, when the Shia call in this country, Christians are coming. Because they found in Shiism the ingredients of the religion as originally taught by Jesus Christ. It's one religion. It's one religion taking historical progression into consideration. When you have Islam coming 600 years after Christ, there must be certain things that had to be improved. When Jesus came 600 years after Moses, there must be things that had to be improved. When Moses came after Abraham, there were things that must be improved. So this religion is one, and the progression is intellectual and historical. Now the final, after the coming of Islam, now 1,400 years plus is part of, not part of Islam. So, Mr. Chairman, when you read about the Quds and the Nigerians, you can see the commonalities. Commonalities. Domination. That common things. The second commonality, we are colonized. And a lot of us, Palestinians and the Nigerians, Muslims especially, have been subdued mentally. If you talk to a Palestinian, he can tell you, I saw Arafat when I was a student say, a woman should not cover their heads because this hijab is unnecessary. The Prophet called his wife Humaira, that young brunette with the red hair. How do people understand that is Humaira? Is because she was not wearing hijab. This is logic. This is their logic. And the other logic, the other problem of the Palestinians, when Iran started a revolution, they said, we are not going to follow Iran because Iran has gone back to 6th century. Now we are in the 20th century. 20th century, what are they in 20th century? They are slaves in the 20th century. They are not human beings. They are not normal human beings, they are slaves. In the 16th century, Muslims were free. In the 20th century, Muslims are slaves, real slaves. So this is, they will tell you this has gone, it is no use. And that is exactly what has entered into Islam today. They see you with the turban, they run away from you. You go to Iran, then you are a danger to society. I know this from my own example. I went to Iran, I came back, they arrested me. They took me, the capital was in Lagos. They took me there, and then the chief of security said, Professor, where did you go? I said, I went to Iran. What did you go to do in Iran? I went there to learn a revolution. Yes, revolution. And I said, I believe you are Muslim. Do you believe in jihad? Then he dropped his head. He dropped his head. Say, okay, go and come back tomorrow. And say, you can't take me from the airport without giving me accommodation. Lock me up. The following day, I was released. Never fear. Chima, never feel you are old. The age, there is no old age in life. You are youth. Imam Ali is still a youth. Imam Hasan a youth. Imam Hussein a youth. Mu matasa ne. Mu matasa ne. Ko na fice 70 ne yaro ne. Because ina tare da ku. Saboda haka ba zancen tsufa. Mu tsufa ba. Ko ba za mu taba tsufa ba. Ko mun bar duniya ba tsofaffi bane mu. Muna nan yaƙa ne mu. Yawwa. To, shi ne kuma ba za mu kwaɗayi ba. Ba wanda da zai ba mu abin da Allah bai ba mu ba. Ko bai baka kuɗi ba ka aje fal kana kallon su zame maka bala'i. Zai baka kwanciyar hankali. That is very important. I met one important person just 2 weeks ago, and we are going to Ori by air. I wanted to attend a meeting in Benin, but there was no flight, so I went to Ori. I didn't realize this was a dangerous area. I was talking to him and said, I have only one house. Ori, I said, I know Ori about 40 years ago, because I was a member of the board of directors of Nigerian Post Authority. He said, yeah, 40 years ago, more than this. I said, 1976, 42 years ago, I was. And you don't have a house? I said, yes, I have a house, but I have only one house. Why? I say, the second house is a liability. If you give it in rent, you plan to use the money for rent, and the money who is renting, the man who is renting the house, he has no money to pay. You are in trouble. So you'll be a rent collector, and that is a very dangerous, very uncomfortable job to be, because you will fight with the person renting a house. If you don't rent the house, you keep it, then you have to sack the house. Security men at night, security men at day, cleaner outside, electric bill, and then water bill, and then you have to pay the annual rent for the house.